studied abroad in China this past summer. It was pretty cool. I learned a lot, and I am making a video series on topics about studying abroad, living in China, and the logistics of it all, in case you're planning to travel to China yourself or just plain curious about this kind of stuff. Enjoy! Hello everyone, my name is Mallory, and today I'm going to be talking about VPNs and using them in China. Just a disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by any of the VPNs I talk about in this video. You need a VPN in China because China blocks many Western internet sites. This means Facebook, this means Google, this means YouTube. So if you want to use your favorite apps and websites while you're in China, you will need a VPN in order to do so. I got ExpressVPN for my iPhone and my MacBook Air, and you need to download the VPNs onto your devices before you go to China. I had ExpressVPN, but Express was having a lot of technical difficulties during the time that I was in China over the past summer. It was always, for the most part, a battle to get onto VPN, especially on the Wi-Fi. If I used data, I could typically get onto VPN with not much problem, but then that meant I was using data. And I only had a very limited international data plan for my duration in China, so I really just had to depend on ExpressVPN connecting and working while I was on my dorm Wi-Fi in China. When we were on our study tour at the beginning of our study abroad trip, so we were in Beijing, Shanghai, and Xi'an for the first 10 days doing all of the touristy stuff. The hotel Wi-Fi wasn't great, so a lot of us just didn't have any luck getting onto the VPN using the hotel Wi-Fi. I had the most luck connecting to my VPN either in the really early morning or really late at night. I don't know why that is. I just noticed this pattern when we got to the university, and we were on a schedule as well, and the early morning was before we went to class, and late at night was after we had finished our whole day and we'd gone out and had dinner and done homework and stuff. I think everyone who had an iPhone got Express, and a few of the people who had Android phones or non-Apple products got NordVPN. I think the people who did not use Express had a bit more luck with their other VPN, but I don't entirely remember anymore, so I would suggest it could be worth, if you have the funds to spare, to get 2 VPNs, so that if one doesn't work for you, you could try maybe to get onto the internet with the other VPN. Allegedly, China should allow you to connect to your university website without having to use a VPN, so my American university website I should have been able to get onto and connect with no problem. This wasn't the case. Sometimes I could get onto my university website to check email and such, but sometimes it was blocked. So don't count on the sites that you should be able to get onto in China actually working. Definitely get a VPN so that you can stay in contact with people back home. In terms of communicating with people back home, you can use the app WeChat. WeChat is originally a Chinese app that then expanded and began to be used in places outside of China, but because WeChat is a Chinese app, you don't need a VPN to get onto it, and neither do people back home because it's an app that's available to them in, America. So in order to communicate with people back home, I would suggest having them join WeChat so that you in China can use WeChat without having to be on VPN, and that way you can all message each other, you can call each other, you can stay in touch that way. I would say definitely that if you are someone like me who likes to watch a lot of YouTube or just likes to watch a lot of videos on the internet, to figure out prior to going to China how to use the Chinese website called Youku, which is basically the Chinese version of YouTube. Youku is all in Chinese, obviously, but if you learn how to write or how to type in the Chinese titles of various shows that might be on Youku, you can then go onto Youku, no VPN required obviously, and search for those videos or those shows and watch them that way. That's kind of a little sort of plan B that I recommend, is that if you really are desperate and you just really want some content that you are familiar with, if you like watching videos, learn how to navigate Youku. Also, not sponsored by Youku. So I would highly recommend getting some sort of VPN while you are traveling around in China. Even if you're only staying in China for a very short duration, I would still recommend it in order to be able to be connected and be able to get onto social media or websites that you might need to get onto in terms of banking or in terms of transportation. Email if you are expecting people to contact you for specific reasons. That is all I have for this video, which is part of my Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship follow-on service project, since I did receive a scholarship that helped me afford studying abroad in China this past summer. If you are interested in studying abroad and are a university student, I recommend applying for a Gilman Scholarship that could potentially help you afford studying abroad. I will leave a link to their website in the description below. If you have any questions about VPNs or if anything I said wasn't entirely clear, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below and I will do my best to answer you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it wherever you see fit. And if you want to continue seeing more videos from me in the future, just hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video. So in the meantime, stay fabulous.